And what's up guys, Mr. Accuracy here. I'm bringing you part 4 of my default class series. Today, this is the shotgun class, which is the RPG ×2, Sonic Boom, Extreme Conditioning and Smoke Grenade. This is the first game of 2 that I've got with this class, because I haven't run into like a very good team, or quite an abusive team. They abuse quite a lot of bad tactics, like martyrdom, as you see straight away from the start here, take 1. And you know, this is the type of team that's in it to win it, and what you don't really want to run into when using a weaker class looks like a shotgun class. I mean, well, if I was using a sub, then I find it a lot easier to handle, but yeah. And they were in to win it, and it didn't really matter what dirty or cheap tactics they used. I mean, I'm pretty sure they would have been noob tubing type if it was more open map. So yeah, I wasn't too keen going into this game, knowing I only had 3 games to record, but I got off to a very good start here. I got a collateral with a shotgun, and now I get a triple RPG. Still good. Such a pro I am. But yeah, I just want to talk a little about a few things here. Like, I'm just going to talk you through what I like to do when I'm using shotguns. I mean, and a little bit about the class. Well, this class provides you with, I think, 1 thing or 2 things I use, two tactics I use. I always like to keep between extreme conditioning or steadying. This being extreme conditioning, it allows you to dart in between cover quicker, and you know, you can get into their spawns quicker, get that at them quicker, and it's very useful. But this also makes the spread a lot bigger, which makes the shotgun in turn weaker. And it gives you RPGs as well, which is the other thing I always like to run on a class, because it's more of a long range weapon and you can take out big groups of them with it. As you saw earlier with the triple RPG, if I was just using a shotgun, it's unreliable. I probably would have took 1 out, or just got a hit marker and then got to gun down. But the Sonic Boom bit I've always replaced with Juggernaut or Stopping Power. But nowadays I like to run Stopping Power because you get probably half the amount of hit markers. Right, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my tactics and how I roll with the shotgun. Well, first thing you gotta know is when other people pick up shotguns, their first instinct is to run blindly at people and just hope for the best. And this is not the tactic that you want to use. You definitely want to use, like, dart in between cover and draw people towards you. If you don't want, you need to, in Woody's words, control the engagement. You can't expect people just to accept a man running at them with a shotgun. People with submachine guns or assault rifles can just drop to the floor and spray your ankles and you'll be dead within seconds. So if you stay behind a bit of cover and, you know, draw some attention, then they're always going to come towards you. And yeah, this is another reason you saw there, the inconsistency of the shotgun. Definitely want to put everything on your terms. If you're behind a bit of cover and they're after you, especially if you get a hit mark, you can duck down, cock your shotgun again and move out. And here we go, martyrdom again, and you know, our lead is like dwindling a little bit down now. So, you know, but the success rate of a shotgun relies entirely on the strength of the opposite team. This is why I don't really like using shotguns too much, because if you have a strong team, you're just not going to win too many engagements, because they'll be using better classes like AKs and MP5s. You need to be playing against weaker teams to really have a high success rate. I mean, best games I've had, I've had like 50 to 2s on block with shotguns. Like stupid scores like that, but that's been against very weak teams. So yeah, first tactic is stay behind cover and draw the enemy to you. Never, always want to keep the engagement. This is the same with all classes though. Keep the engagement with yourself, but especially with shotgun, don't run at them, even though it's so tempting. I mean, people see montage clips nowadays and just expect to run at them and just pick up 5 or 6 kills straight away. It's not like that. Yeah, so probably the next thing you want to do with a shotgun is, I'm not sure, but you can't expect to kill them in 1 hit. So you can either switch out to your pistol after shooting, or you know, always duck down. If you see in most of my kills, I always drop to the floor. It gives, if they get a hit marker, they're usually just going to spray. So if you drop to the floor, they often like spray above your head. It gives you a chance to cock it, and you can shoot them in the shins and get the kill. But that's just like the simple tactics I like to use. I mean, you're gonna have to play like a few minutes just to check out how strong the team is. I don't know, I can highly recommend just like playing very cautiously and a bit more defensively, and your success rate being much higher. And that's a very unlucky death there. You just decided to keep spraying through the wall. I mean, that's all I've got really to talk about with the class. So instead of dragging it on, that was a quite annoying game. It wasn't too tough this time, but part 2 you'll see a much harder game. And I'm my Soul Soldier, or Mr. Accuracy.